Um, but you kind of believed it because you brought up my stepdaughter. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, how's Bree doing? So you kind of believed it.
No, Bree. Bree is the girl that they were talking about. Bree's the ex, my ex, with the name Bree.
Oh, that makes sense.
I didn't know your daughter's step name, bro.
Oh, okay. So they just but no, I have someone that maybe you should throw some focus on. Can I have the big box so I can show you his charges real quick? So I've been beating the shit out of this guy already.
Welcome in, everybody. Good morning. Good morning.
This is his charges.
Who's this?
His name is Joshua Smith. They call him Captain Poking the Bear on this app.
Montgomery Dodge.
Montgomery Dodge is another one of his names. It's this dude right here. He's harassed a woman in Illinois so bad where she got order protection. He has a warrant there for harassment. He has those other charges that I just showed you. He has warrants in Mobile, Alabama. Okay, my man Rose. This dude right here, though, he needs a lot of attention. He thinks he's a real cool, tough motherfucker, but he won't meet nobody, right? I try to get him to meet me so I can knock his teeth out his mouth.
Let me go through my moderators real quick. I got too many.
He's a real weird motherfucker, and I just we can't like.
I heard about him. I didn't know what was going on, but I didn't hear.
He literally.
You are definitely. Hold on. You're definitely not allowed in here, Kitty.
Who?
Not allowed in here, Kitty.
Who? Oh.
Definitely not allowed in here. I gotta jump off because I gotta pay for my flight real quick.
All right. Well, I just wanted to bring this to your attention. I'll do it for you. What happened?
No, I sent it to.
Oh shit! Hold on, I gotta turn my phone up.
Did Deanna send it to you?
Oh, I don't know. Did you send? No, she don't need to send it to me. She's not allowed to leave my side.
On do you know East Nasty?
Yeah.
On her page, there was, I don't know if you've seen it, it's a live with, Craig, and East was there, and it was the stepdaughter. And she was talking. You've seen it?
I have that video.
The stepdaughter talking about everything that happened.
Yeah, he reaches. I just played it last night.
Oh, I wasn't there for that then. I missed it. I missed the stepdaughter talking, and I could not believe it. I
played it. I played it in the live. Absolutely, it's always safe for you to come in a live. Yeah, he was rubbing his hand up her thigh. He used to grab her. He used to grab her butt, her breast. Told her she was going to be the hot one. And then I don't know if you've seen the text where he was. So I called him up last night, right? He had said that he was going to. He had sent them a text, Sabrina a text saying that he had fucked her daughter.
Yeah. I saw the text. Yeah.
And and then last night when I was in this box, right? I went in this box last night because we had him so triggered that he went from being dead ass in bed, about to go to sleep, to now he's going live. So I went and jumped in his box, and he was like, that was to a man, right? I was like, wait a minute. So you was telling a man you effed his daughter, and now he sucked it off your,
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It don't make no sense. Yeah.
Doesn't even add up. But also within his video, I think she clipped him saying, this Dodge saying to his ex-wife, I went in her room for 3 hours alone. And that makes her a bad mom. Did you see that part too?
I didn't see that part.
That gave me chills. Oh,
well, I'm really getting to the point. I'm really getting to the point to where I'm actually going to go to where he is. I will have a little fundraiser to help raise some money to get there.
Yeah.
And attempt to meet up with him. And when I see him, I'm going to absolutely rearrange him for sure.
It makes me sick what he's saying and what might have happened. It's disgusting. And also the people okay with that. People who normally would call much less stuff out are okay with this.
Did she share with you last night the text message that he sent to who he thought was me, but it wasn't me?
No.
About my child or one of my children?
Oh, what he said about, and then that he is this your daughter?
It's one of my daughters, yeah. The text message
that
where
was
he
your
said
daughter.
that he did
I'm so
something to you.
sorry. Oh my God, I am so sorry.
That has caused an open investigation with DHR and Mobile Police Department and the Child Advocacy Center.
Oh my God.
Were you sitting with him?
Who?
Rainbow Bright. Was she sitting with Dodge at one point, or is that somebody else?
No.
Oh, okay. There's
No,
another lady, I think, that also has an accent as well.
Right, yeah. I think he said he sits with an Australian, and he can't take any more Australians in. I wasn't asking to, and thank God. Like, I had no idea who this guy was like a day or two ago, and now I'm like looking through videos, going, "Oh my God!" Like, I'm finding it myself, but apparently these guys have already played it. But I'm shocked. This is disgusting.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, and there's so much evidence.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, they say that certain people say that I've lied about it, about the whole situation, lied about what he did to me. But, you know, all of us women can't be liars.
Not everyone, no. Like one-off, sometimes it can happen, sometimes, but there's statistics that show it's not as much as people like to say, that women lie. But it can happen, sure. Normally when there's a custody issue, right? Like young kids, and sometimes it can get a little, so why would it be happening when the children are not his and they're adults? Yeah, and they're coming out and speaking out? It doesn't make sense then. It's very unlikely that, and when I could hear her speaking, it was like, she's not being coached. This is like natural. And if you're going to make something up, you're going to make up something extreme. What got under my skin was how insidious it was, and part of like a routine.
Right. Well, you know, listen, I have worked with Department of Children and Family Services. I've had to watch forensic interviews, you know, where a child's being interviewed in the room with the forensic interviewer, and then I am sitting in an opposite room with detectives and, you know, some other individuals. I've watched children, you know, provide stories and details of abuse. Okay, when I'm sitting with detective state's attorneys, everything, and we're trying to determine whether or not there's going to be a process moving forward. So a lot of times when you're watching a child, you know, talk about things, children, like a 5-year-old child, a 12-year-old child, like they don't know those things in details. You know what I mean? And so when you have somebody talking about something in such detail, it's like, where are you getting that information from?
Exactly.
Like, where have you been taught this?
Yeah, there's coaching because the language isn't appropriate. Yeah, you're right. But Didn't sound at all coached to me. It sounded like a natural feeling of discomfort and disgust. It was really, really unsettling.
Yeah. And you know what? And like I said, there's been some other individuals that have, there are some victims here on TikTok, with Anthony Blackwell. And I don't know if you guys know who he is, but I'm really close with his stepsister. And we were doing like a lot of content on him at the time. And, the victims were coming forward here on TikTok trying to basically just tell their stories. And Anthony had went viral on a Nurse Hannah video. But regardless, his sister, Ashley Smith here on TikTok, she came out and said, no, like you're not a child advocate, like you have been abusing us, da 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 da. And so we were doing a lot of content. And then Josh, aka Dodge, kind of, started to get involved and started making a lot of content on the victims, saying that the victims were lying, saying that a 10-year-old, that Stephen was 10 at the time when Anthony had abused him. This is allegedly. And he was saying, well, no, you liked it. Making a lot of references that Stephen liked the abuse at the age of 10 because, children don't understand.
That sweet lady that sits with them.
Children don't understand arousal at that age, right? They don't understand why they're feeling aroused or anything. And there was a lot of things being said like, oh, you were aroused because you liked it, not because somebody was making you feel aroused inappropriately or without consent.
Actually, I think I've seen a video on this when he's talking about a little boy. He was talking about a little boy.
Yeah.
And a little boy being aroused. Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So that's, there's been a lot.
This dude couldn't handle me or Doc in a box last night. Like.
Oh, did Doc get up?
Huh?
You and Doc, because I heard it hours earlier. I didn't hear it at the end.
Yeah, he let Doc in a box. And don't think that Doc was believing him. Sabrina, I just want to let you know that 100%. Depends on who he is, Kristen. So Doc is the type that's going to listen to everything.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, Doc seen and heard the recording. You know what I'm saying? He knows. He knows. He's the type that likes to listen to everything for whatever reason. I'm not that type. I don't give a fuck. And whoever gets to me with the best receipt first. Like there's no me and my wife fight, right? I've yelled at my wife, she's yelled at me, but never to that extreme to where I'm face to face or even in the same room. The main reason why we're yelling because we're sitting in two different rooms.
Well, the bad thing about that, he goes around and says that, I triggered him and all that. I have text messages from his sister that was living with us at the time that witnessed the whole thing.
Well, listen, so the only thing I see that you did wrong, and I wouldn't even say wrong, right? Because he is about to leave your house and you do have a right to make sure that he's not taking anything that's not his, is whenever, you know what I'm saying, you can tell he's already worked up and you're recording him and standing in the same room as him. Because that will trigger a lot of people, especially anybody that don't have any respect for women whatsoever, which it shows that he don't. However, like I told him whenever he brought it up, that you were, because he had said, well, she was recording me and she was yelled at me. Well, yeah, you fuck boy, you yelled at her kids and talked shit about her kids. Any mother's going to scream at you for talking shit on her kids.
I mean, yeah, he called my 14-year-old, she was 14 years old at the time, called my 14-year-old daughter a whore to her face, not once, but twice.
Yeah, so
and there was a lot going on prior to that because I think that you had said like it started because of cell phones.
Because it started because of cell phones.
Right, because he was very controlling about what her children were going to do with their cell phones, and those
he shattered two cell phones that day.
Yeah, he shattered. He shattered
the phones. Stepkids.
And I mean, like I said, at the same time, so that's why I don't really see the wrong in it. Do I think that it may have? He can use that as it triggered him. Well, yeah. If I'm a psychopath and someone's recording me, I'm going to as well. But the difference between him and a normal husband, supposed to be a loving husband. My wife could record me at any of our arguments, and I'm not going to get in her face and scream at her, ball my fist up. That's another lie he said. He said he had his hands behind his back. No, you didn't, you fucking clown ass bitch, because we got the recording where you tried to take her phone from her, or not her phone, but whatever she was trying to keep you from taking, right? You heard the struggle, stupid. And
Well,
unless,
this man has threatened me too. Like, you guys know,
yeah,
I have an order of protection against him. He threatened me. I mean, he's threatened me physically, and I've never dated this man. I've never had a relationship with him, and for him to treat me and threaten me the way that he has, I can only imagine what she went through living in the same home.
oh, I can
And
only
this is
imagine
just
too.
me telling
And
my story and the things that I like. This is like no harassment, no bullying, nothing with him. I'm just expressing like the things that I've witnessed and the things that I've been through with him.
right, and what's scary is that scabbed up kneecap ass bitch bear, she's going to experience it also, right? They're still, he's still in that lust phase with her. She hasn't done something to upset him. Did you see his face when she went in his live about 25 minutes ago and told him that she's going out to lunch with her friend Angela, aka Adam?
No.
Yes, he was like, "Does this mean you guys are going to be out day drinking?" Like a controlling weird freak fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is fucking insane. He
And
immediately
see,
froze up and then got quiet for a second, and then he was like, "Does this mean you guys are going to be out day drinking?" She was like, "No, we're going to be with the kids." And she said, "I love you," and he said, "Love you." Like, what? Like, you're weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's strange. I'll never understand that. That dude is a certified fucking nutbag.
well, we lived in hell.
I
It
believe
was
you. I do,
pure
Bryn. I
hell.
really do.
Walked
I
on like broken glass eggshells, waiting on the next blow up. I mean,
yeah,
he would blow
no.
up over the smallest things. No shredded cheese in the house, or
I mean, I would get mad
one
about
time I
some
took a
cheese too.
battery out of a pack, a brand new pack of batteries, and the battery happened to be dead. And I got my ass cussed out about it. It's like, what am I, like a battery charger person? Like I can I know if the battery's charged or not. Come on, dude, really?
Yeah. Hold on.
I have one.
And like Kay said, I'm not harassing. I'm telling my story.
Yeah, this is just us just telling our experiences and the things that we've been through. This is not, anything other than that, and this does not give him a right to harass me or bully me or make content on me or anything post this live.
And and I've said, and I think I've said it to Kay, but I've said it to other people that if he has changed for Bear, great. I am
No,
happy for
he
her. I'm
hasn't, Bryn.
glad she's going to get that.
Don't even live in that state of mind, right? He hasn't. He hasn't, because that's like a trauma for you, honestly. You might not see it that way, but that's gonna sit in your head like, why wasn't I good enough, right? It is not the fact of the matter. Some people have huge problems with commitment, okay? I was with my daughter's mom for almost 20 years, okay? Now, she did some disgusting shit throughout me and her relationship. When me and my wife got together now, my wife had to ask herself many times, what am I doing wrong type shit. You know what I mean? Like, why is he trying to push me away so bad? Because at the beginning of our relationship, I absolutely tried to push her away 950,000 times. And that wasn't fair to her. But that strong ass woman that is my wife, you know what I'm saying? She absolutely stood by my side and refused to allow it to happen. And that will definitely be a trauma to you, because then you're going to start asking yourself questions like, why wasn't I good enough? Why did he do this to me? But now she's getting this fucking princess treatment type shit. No, this is the beginning of their relationship. And someone like him, who is a complete fucking narcissist, and you can hear it in every word that comes out of his mouth and every reaction. Like, I just seen it whenever I was just in his live, right? That's what he's doing. He is making that red carpet. He's giving her that red carpet treatment right now, and he's the
And I
type
got
that
that treatment too in the beginning.
at the beginning, yes, see, and it's going to change because so people do change. I promise you that I changed. I've changed a fucking ton, but I wasn't a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has them narcissistic tendencies somewhere in them, but he's a full blown out narcissist.
You weren't abusive like that either.
No, and I was definitely not abusive. Definitely
Yeah,
not.
look, I was in a previous marriage, before, my current husband, and I was in such an abusive relationship with this man. And when I met my current husband, I didn't know what like a normal relationship looked like. And I've been with my husband for almost 11 years. And this man would never disrespect me. I mean, he still like even just now opens up the car door for me, takes care of me. I mean, he would do anything for me.
Yeah,
And
I'm not. Listen, and
I
that's
mean,
awesome. That's awesome because it is hard for someone that's been through hell their whole life in
doesn't
relationships.
scream at me,
Yeah.
talks to me. I mean,
So
I'm not just talking about opening car doors. Like, I'm not saying shit like that. I'm just saying that's what he does. But I'm saying like he doesn't yell at me. He talks to me. He treats me, and his daughters like human beings. Like when you get
yeah.
mad, you talk. You don't get loud and scream and throw shit.
I
Well,
was
I don't
being
throw shit, but when I get mad, I do yell.
So
I was
I mean,
being
he does
when
too,
he would
but
get
not like
mad at
that.
me, I was being punished. And
Yeah, that's
told me,
wild.
I mean, like would actually call me and go, "Have you learned your lesson yet?" Like I was some freaking child
And
or
I
something.
see him doing that. What's up, Doc? What'd you say?
hey, so Kobe, so last night I was being respectful, man. I wasn't even disrespecting
I
him.
know.
Like I was making facts and I still got dropped. I did not even approach him in any kind of
You triggered him 100% because you was stating the facts that he couldn't give you answers to. And then whenever he fucking posted that goddamn picture of that kid, of the baby, you lost it. Like, no, dude, that's not okay. That's not okay for you to
that
do.
and that's the only thing. If he
Which
wouldn't have
baby
posted
did
that,
he
man.
post? What picture did he
I
post
think a kid
himself?
with autism.
Yeah, he posted the kid
That's
with
my
autism.
son. Was it a little
Yes.
boy?
Yes. And he
Yeah.
Yes,
was
that's my
crying.
son.
And that's when I kind of lost it because I was like, no matter what you're going through, no matter what the situation is between two adults, if she did send that to you, that's you, right? If you did send that to him, that's between you and her. For him to put that on a social media app was completely wrong, and no
It's
one's
been
going to be
all
able to
over this
tell
app.
me that that's okay. And he
Yeah.
can get mad at me for being like, oh, you no, you did something wrong, and you just didn't own up to it. You was like, no, it was just no, it's not justified. It never is. It
No,
never is.
and he's used that 12-second clip of my son crying, and people have gone around like Michelle Melendez, and I won't talk about her because Kay's in the box, but she's gone around and told people that I abused my son to make him cry. I mean, really, come on. Come on.
That's wild.
Wild behavior.
And that's why I'm going after Michelle Melendez so hard because you put those false accusations on me.
I don't
Now,
even know who the fuck that is, but
Now, if this dude wants to have continue our conversation, an intelligent conversation, we can do that whenever he wants to, right? But I don't think he wants to because I seen what he did. Because normally he's like, "Oh, if you get you're disrespectful, I'll drop you." I was never disrespectful toward him. I never was.
no, you
I
kept a
just wanted
calm
him to
demeanor
explain.
tone.
Like he couldn't explain some of the things. I mean, like some of the things I was like, all right, okay, maybe I need to look at the video. Maybe I really need to see da
Yes.
da da. But that part, he could not explain that. I
Bro,
just got
I'll send
dropped.
you the fucking video. You'll see the same thing I seen, and you're gonna see he's a fucking piece of shit, psychotic, narcissist punk. He said he had his hands behind his back the whole time. You heard the struggle, right? When he was trying to take whatever object she had.
Right.
You heard that struggle. So obviously he didn't have his hands behind his fucking back. That's number one. Number two, I don't give a fuck what she has in her hands. Who are you to try to take that shit from her? Like, it's a civil matter, fucking clown bitch.
Facts. I mean, there's always a different way. That's you call the police. You go through that. Hey, man, he's not the first man. He's not the first guy that was married that
He-
had to move out, that had to get his stuff, and the woman said no. He's not the first one. He won't be the
Next
last
time,
one.
don't
But
call the order in.
And next time you slap me in my face, I'm gonna put you in jail. Quit. But yeah, so he in the whole video, he didn't have his hands behind his back. He was his hands were at his side, fucking fist clenched. Dude is he's a massive liar, dude, and it's scary. It's scary, honestly.
He would yell at me quite frequently with that tone.
Where does this motherfucker live?
Florida.
But he's in Galveston, Texas working. What?
Oh, really? Texas.
The 20th.
I got a question.
And by the way, and also that video of my son crying was from 2023.
Oh,
After the first time,
2023. I mean,
the first time he left her.
so
yeah, the first time we split up.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. So when he was saying that you was blocking his way and wouldn't let him leave, but in the
That's a lie.
recording that I heard, you said get out. So at what point in time was
I
that?
was not blocking his way.
She wasn't blocking
I
his way.
can
I'm
do
gonna
a
send you the
video
videos, Doc.
recording, or I can put y'all on FaceTime and show my bedroom where it was at. And where I was at was in front of, you know what? Hold on. Let's just do it. Hold on, son. My
Yeah,
room's a mess, okay? It's Christmas. Okay, here's the doorway. You see the doorway? Look, you see the doorway?
yeah,
Where I was standing? Here in front of the TV.
yeah.
See the distance to the doorway?
You've seen him walk in and out multiple times.
Yeah, I was nowhere near the doorway blocking him. Nowhere near it.
And I'm gonna send, like I said, Doc, I'm gonna send you the video. You're gonna see a whole different. It's different whenever you watch the video and listen to it compared to when you just listen to it. You feel me?
Nicole,
Like,
you pointed out things in that video that I have never, when I've watched that video, that I've never seen. I didn't know that he had his fist clutched. I never
did
knew
you go
that.
back and watch it?
Yeah, I went back and watched it.
Yeah.
Well, you sent it to me. I missed it. Or no?
Like I pay a lot of attention to detail when it comes to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And the thing is that very first video where he screamed about my heathens, that day, I was headed to Orange Beach, Alabama for my daughter's last national cheer competition of the year, her last one. And one of my kids called me or texted me from a friend's phone and was like, Josh just took our phones. He waited until I left and he went back there and took their phones and started going through it.
what?
Yeah, started going through their phones. And he's made up lies saying that my daughter had inappropriate pictures. The pictures that she had in her phone was her in a bikini. What
Why
normal
would he want to? If
14-year-olds
he
do.
knew that she had inappropriate pictures, why would you want to go through her phone? You weird fuck.
And he, I called him and I was like, what is going on? And he hung up in my face. Called him again. I was like, what is going on? And he hung up in my face again. So I called him the third time and I said, you know what? I'm coming home. I missed my daughter's last competition of the year, national cheer competition of the year, because of that bullshit. I come home. He was in the bedroom with the phones. I went and got the phones, grabbed the phones in my hand. He snatched them out of my hand and shattered them on the floor. Would not let me see them. I'm like, they're my kids. Okay.
Right.
You know, I'm allowed to look.
Here's how I see it. If I have a stepdaughter, see, my wife had a daughter, and rather she was a minor or she was 18, whatever. If I heard that she has inappropriate pictures in her phone, motherfucker, I'm waiting until my wife gets back to go through her phone. I'm not going through her phone. I'm gonna hand that phone to my wife and be like, here, I think you need to go through your kid's phone. Because I do agree, there is times where you need to go through your kids' phones, especially this day and age.
Well, I've got one even better for you on that. So he said, at one point, he said, I sent that picture to myself. I said, why'd you send that picture to yourself of my daughter in a bikini? He
What
said,
the
because
fuck?
when you go around and tell everybody this is what happened, I'm going to have proof. I'm going to have proof of what really happened and what really started the argument.
How old was she in that picture?
14. 14. What normal 14-year-old girls do, take pictures of themselves in the
Selfies.
mirror,
Yep.
Right.
in bikinis and whatever. He told me he was going to go in her room and get all her clothes and burn it. And I told him, the hell you are. You're not going to burn all her clothes. Have you lost your mind? But the whole issue is that I bucked back. I have text messages of him saying, I should have never came back to that house. I should have never came back. I should have just kept on going and let him handle it. No, no. Step parent, step father. I am
Yeah.
not saying there's anything wrong with a step parent discipline a child,
Fuck
or
that. There
helping
is.
the
There
other
is.
parent,
Now,
discipline. But I will take your input, and that's fine. I will take your input all day. But ultimately, I was the ultimate authority over my
Right.
children, not you, like he said he was. There's only one ultimate authority in this house, and it's me. When he said that, my kids looked at me as soon as he walked out of the room. I looked at my kids. I said, yeah, he's got jokes.
Let me show you
And
what
I
happened
looked at him and
to.
said, what he don't know won't hurt him.
Let me show you to the motherfucker that tried. Let me show you what happened to the motherfucker that tried to discipline my daughter.
Don't get the live taken down, Cole. So how long have y'all been separated now?
I kicked him out of my house August the 28th of 2024. I filed for a divorce in January. The divorce was final May 30th of 2025. And honestly, he says that he left and I wouldn't let him take his, I was stopping him from getting his stuff. Dude, you left all your stuff here. He took just a handful of clothes, his singing equipment, and his electronic devices. He left a bunch of clothes in my garage sitting on the ride lawnmower. I have pictures of it. The drawers were full of clothes. The closet was full of clothes. I had to wait until the divorce was final and the 10 days passed. And then I took all that shit to the Goodwill. Well, actually, I gave all this pearl snaps to my nephew and then took the rest to the Goodwill. He had every intention of pulling the same shit that he always did, where he was going to leave, go do what the hell he wanted to do, and then come back thinking I was going to take him back, and it wasn't going to happen.
Hmm. So has he always been on social media since you guys been married?
He was never on TikTok. He hated TikTok, and after we split, I had the text message for this too, and this is not verbatim, so I'd have to go back to the text. He told me something along the lines of, TikTok was your thing, now it's my thing, and basically, go fuck yourself, you're going to get off of it. And he's tried that, like, because I sit with East Nasty and them, and I didn't come in any lives or anything for a week because he threatened them. He told them that if I was in their lives, in their boxes, or anywhere on TikTok, that whoever I was sitting with, he was going to make their life a living hell. And I went off of TikTok for a week and I went and filed contempt charges in the courts for everything that he's done to me since the divorce.
Yeah, I
Called
know
my
East Nasty.
job, posting on my job's Facebook page bad things about me. I mean, they had to get the corporate attorneys involved in it because of him. He tried to make me lose my
Yeah,
job, but
and we
it'll
have
never happen.
screenshots of all that.
Posting my nude pictures,
And
coming
I
on a
have a
live and
screenshot of
throwing it up,
that. I have a screenshot
exploiting
of
my
that. That was in my
son.
live.
Oh, and even one night he called one of my daughters and she added him to a group chat. She didn't know whose number it was. And the group chat kept trying to call him and he would never answer. And he went and told Craig that Sabrina was trying to call me last night in a group chat and try to start a bunch of shit with, the people I sit with. And Craig called me and asked me about it. I was like, I didn't freaking call him. Well, I found out later that night it was my daughter Kennedy. He had her number saved under my name in his phone. And he was calling her number over, and she was like, I didn't know who it was. And I said, well, you blocked that number. Anyways, I ended up having her number changed that night. 3 days later, I go into my voicemail on my phone, and it said I had a blocked voicemail. And I was like, well, what is this? This same night, him and some guy named Charles prank called my phone, and left me a voicemail telling me they were the state of Texas and I owed tow charges and all this other shit.
Is their dad? You don't have to answer this. Is their bio dad active in their life?
Okay, I will answer that with no problem. Their bio dad lost his visitation rights after our divorce. He was an alcoholic, and he lost his visitation rights because of that. He was allowed to talk to him on the phone, but he was not allowed to see him. He
Gotcha.
did not do what the courts told him to do to straighten himself up. Now he has straightened himself up. He no longer drinks and all that, and he is active in our children's life now.
Awesome.
The relationship with my son has been repaired. Two of my daughters, it's going slowly. My oldest has a lot of anger, and it's maybe to
Yeah,
eventually get there. I don't know.
of course.
But
What does he think about what this weirdo did?
he is very angry. He has actually gone on some of his posts. Okay, I'm just going to be transparent with you guys. When their father and when I filed for divorce, he was out of the house, and I did not tell him. He found out I filed for divorce, and he came over here, and he was very angry. Now, like I said, he was an alcoholic, and there was some abuse. He was driving a truck that belonged to my father, and my dad had been trying to repo it for 2 weeks. And I went out to the truck. The keys were sitting on the center console. I grabbed the keys to the truck, and I told him, I was like, you can call your brother. He's 2 minutes up the street to come and get you. My dad's coming to get his truck. Well, he attacked me, and the police were called. The police came out. They did not take him to jail. They took me to jail, charged me with domestic violence because I took the keys. And in the state of Alabama, that makes you the aggressor. The charges were thrown out. You cannot even find it. It's not even on my record. It was completely squashed.
Yeah, I wouldn't care about
Josh
that
made a
video.
video saying that when the police pulled up, I was beating on him, and that's why they arrested me, and that I was found guilty of it and all this. My ex-husband went on that video and commented, boy, you're a damn liar. She never laid a damn hand on me. Stop telling lies on her. Leave her the fuck alone. I have that screenshot. He deleted the comment, or he didn't let the comment be posted. I don't know, but it never appeared on there. He has come into a live actually with East Nasty and them, and has spoken on that situation. He has spoken on other situations with us, and all that. And he has basically said that Josh needs to leave me and his children alone, and he will do what he has to do to protect us.
Take a bite of that chicken. Well, listen, you got away from it. And like I said, you were with him for how long?
4 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
Damn
so
long.
Oh my
be
God.
be happy that you got away from it. You know what I mean? Like that you got to be thankful over anything. Yes, you're going to be upset you wasted fucking 4 years of your life and this dude afterward put everybody in shambles, you know what I'm saying? Like your family in shambles. But in the long run, boy, that shit could have got so much worse.
Yeah, trust me, I'm very thankful. I probably would still be in it if I didn't have something happen in my family
Awful.
that triggered me to, wake up and be like, okay, this is enough. I'm not going to be another statistic. Sorry, that word
Right.
always get tongue tied. I'm not going to have this happen to me. How many days was it? 6 days before I kicked him out of my house. My nephew was unalived by his girlfriend in front of his children.
Wait, what?
6 days before I kicked Josh out of my home, my nephew was unalived by his girlfriend in front of his children.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
And that right there is what drew the line with me.
You got like strength from that.
Yeah, because I said, I'm not
Yeah,
going to be, that's not going
like
to happen to
that.
me.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do that.
yeah.
I'm not going to leave my children. I'm not going to have it happen to me.
Where are you at legally with him? Is there any form of like recourse, or is it in the system? Like you mentioned, he posted photos of you. Can you do
I've
anything
got 2
about that
charges.
legally?
I've got 2 charges. I've got one
You could have done that, or you should
from
have.
January of 25,
Mm.
distribution of private images, revenge porn.
Yep, yep.
Then is revenge porn. And now I have filed a contempt charge with the courts because in our divorce papers, I had a clause put in there: no contact, no harassment, no intimidation. And that's what he does. Me coming on here telling my story is not harassment and it is not intimidation at all.
No.
You're allowed to do that.
But what he does to me, making videos on me, exploiting my son, calling my phone, calling my work, posting on my work's Facebook page, all that is harassment and intimidation.
Yep,
And
yep.
I filed charges, and I did it pro se, but I am having to hire an attorney because I refuse to walk into a courtroom against Josh Smith without an attorney. I refuse it. I am that
Yeah,
terrified of that man.
So,
yeah. I don't blame you at all.
so I've had a conversation with someone that's one of his friends on his side, and that person very, very much said that he's very much obsessed with his ex, and that being you.
Even his friends say that.
Like, and Kobe can even contest to this because Kobe
Yeah,
knows
he
who I'm
ain't
talking
lying.
to.
I've seen it.
I am not lying. And
Wow.
that person said that he's very much still obsessed with his ex.
He is. And, people say that I'm obsessed with him, but I mean, come on, really? I don't stalk him. I don't go watch his shit. I don't make videos on him. I don't call him. I don't post on his work shit, call his work, all that. I don't do all that. I don't do all that. Anything that I have done is retaliation, like trying to defend myself. And
It's a
in my contempt
response.
papers, I will provide, yes, I will provide my contempt papers to you for you to read. I even told the judge that I have done videos in the past, but it was before the last video I made on him, I think was April the 14th, 2025. And that was 16 days before our divorce was signed by the judge. And I don't do everything that he does. My name comes out of his mouth. Every situation that he brings up in a live, like if he's going after somebody, he always circles back around and compares it to me. Oh, this sounds like a Sabrina. She sounds like a Sabrina. And
Yeah.
compares it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh my
I
God,
mean, dude,
imagine
I
being
get it.
married
I
to
was the
him.
best thing ever. I
Are they
was the best thing
aware?
ever.
Are they aware that he has uh told people, like, are they aware of GOP? Like when he told GOP to go unalive himself?
I have
Like
no
he
idea.
tells people to go and unalive themselves.
I mean, I've told people to do that too, though, so I can't judge based off that. But who's GOP?
He's
Um,
somebody that we sat with, that he
Yeah.
told to go unalive himself. I mean, it was bad. It was really, it was sickening. It was
Yeah, but it would make
sickening.
me a hypocrite
Yeah,
mhm.
I get it. I
to
get
judge
it.
someone based off that.
I get it. I understand.
Because I've definitely done it, so I can't judge him based off that. But listen. I'm 100% behind you and Kay when it comes to this fucking weirdo and the things he's done to you. Um,
Well,
if he
I'm
was,
very upset that this other group of women platformed him to play a video
you talk about the
um,
teacups.
of me, and that
Yeah.
video was made after he was involved in doxing my daughter, and you know, and I have all the screenshots. I have everything where they put my daughter's information out there, her address, her phone number, everything. They were making remarks about just really inappropriate, you know, sexual remarks about my kid.
Well, I need you to understand one thing. So, them bitches over there, them teacups, right? They've posted pictures of my wife's minor kid. They've doxed our address. They tried to fucking, because our water bill is every 3 months, right? And they went digging enough to go see, like,
what?
Yeah. So we get billed our water bill every 3 months. That's how our water bill gets billed to us. And
Oh,
so,
shit, I wouldn't be able to pay that. My water bill is $200 a month.
well, our bill was $700, right?
Oh my gosh.
For 3 months, which is fine. It's completely understandable. We don't
Damn.
we pay it, but
Yeah.
they went digging that far in and seeing that we had a water bill for $700. It wasn't past due yet, but since they brought it to the fucking app, we held it live and everybody pitched in and paid that bitch for us. But that's how far they go. They dox too. They actually went. So my daughter is 17. Okay, they went to her Facebook post and screenshot post from whenever me and her mom separated, and my daughter was, you know, upset and hurt and saying negative things about me because of it, and posted it all over this fucking app. They posted my son's entire information, mine, my wife's, like it's what they do. So he is welcome over there because of that. I assure you.
Yeah,
Well,
that
he
is
enlisted
insane.
somebody to create a fake Craigslist ad in my name with my nude pictures, with my phone number, my address, asking for men to come to my home. The person went on there and created it. He didn't post it. He screenshot it and he sent it to him in hopes that Josh would post it.
Is
But
it
I mean,
unlocked?
stuff like that. Like,
Or
why would you? That's
Wow.
endangering my children. You're
Absolutely.
just unlock it.
forget that my
Has that
nude
gone to the
pictures were put on
police?
it, huh?
Did you take that to the police?
It's included in the contempt
Yep.
charges.
Oh yeah, they made a fake Craigslist ad about me too. So all sorts of stuff. Selling sheep, and they're going to call ICE on my husband.
Oh my god. Are
That's
you
not even an
also?
immigrant.
Yeah, he's Native American, guys. Like, seriously.
Wow, he's more American than anyone.
He's Native American.
His family's been here longer than anybody there in America.
He doesn't even fit like the description. He doesn't even look Hispanic at all. He does not. He looks Moa to me. If y'all know what Moa is.
Hawaiian?
No Moa. It's I don't. It's kind of like a Native American Indian with French descendant, but it's not Creole. We have a lot of Moas around Mobile. They're good people. They are good. You don't mess with them because you know they will handle business, but they are very good people. I mean, my nephew's Moa.
Yeah, Lumbee is Native American and African American. So, like, I don't know, like, necessarily, like, what type of Native American it is, though.
Indigenous.
I don't know, honey. It's weird.
But you mess with one of us, our whole family shows up at your front door.
Okay, I have my mic on.
Yeah, that's how the Moas are. I mean, that's how the Moas are.
I have my mic on,
right?
honey.
Good to know, though.
Our whole family shows up at your house.
Yes, we
Can
know.
your
honey.
whole family show up at this Dodgers house, please?
Are they the ones that do the haka?
No. And you know what? When we
That's a
walked out
Maori.
of court, guys, like, let me tell you something. I do want to say this. Like, we walked out of the courtroom when I went to court with Josh. We were walking out of the courtroom, and he was walking right behind my husband. And it was like literally like almost breathing down my husband's neck. My husband didn't see it. And so I turned around and I look at him and I said, like, you need to get the fuck away from my husband. And I kind of pushed my husband to the side. And then he was like, I bet you wouldn't say that outside, or like whatever he said. And I said, you know what? I said, fuck you, dude. Like, seriously, like, don't talk to me like that. And then he screamed in the lobby. oh my God, like this woman's cussing at me or like whatever he said, like in front of everybody.
He was
And
trying
like
to
to make
set
him
you up.
look like a victim, like set me up. And I
Yeah.
was like, whoa, I was like, this guy's like crazy.
Yeah.
But all the while he's trying to intimidate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was trying to
Yes.
intimidate, walking right up behind my husband.
Did
Like,
it intimidate me?
Let me
No.
tell you, a couple months ago, he had a live session about my nephew
Oh
and
my
was
God.
saying that my nephew deserved it, said that my nephew was abusing her and that she handled business and that she got off of the charges in self defense. Now, this lady is still sitting in jail. We go to trial next March, and she is not going to get off for self defense. She coerced and tried to get a 9-year-old little girl to lie and say it was somebody else that did it. She lied to the 911 dispatcher. She also lied to the detective. It took them 6 hours to get her to admit that she was the one that did it. It was so bad that the mother of my nephew never been on, I mean, she's got a TikTok account, but she's never been on TikTok. Actually did a TikTok live on my account that night to clear up the false rumors that he was saying. And it was absolutely devastating to sit there and watch her have to do that.
I am so
He is
sorry. The
sick. He
stuff
is
he has
sick.
done to you and your family, it just keeps getting worse. But yeah,
I
you're
mean,
right.
yep.
If there was a self-defense situation, the woman would be upfront and clear from the start and have that clear narrative because, you know, you would be forthcoming that this was an abusive situation from the start, not trying to hide it and pass it off. And people don't change their stories when they're an abuse victim. Sabrina's bestie, are you also an ex of his?
No.
Oh, okay. But they went to court together?
They went to
Yeah.
court because she had an order of protection against him.
Ah, so he was harassing you like online.
Yeah.
Wow.
Check Snap. Hey, Camo.
yeah, they were calling. So with me, it was calling the state on me constantly because I worked for Department of Children and Family Services in my state. And so they were all banding together and calling like the Office of the Inspector General, calling Child Advocacy Office, which, you know, my employer is very well aware of everything that they were doing. And that's one of the number one reasons why I went to go seek relief. And then the threat started coming. So I'm very grateful for the court, you know, that they granted me relief. But he has continued to, you know, do what he's doing.
Look,
Continue to harass me.
it's good you protected yourself, and it's also good because it's that paper trail that is like, at least there's something there that shows for other people, because there's going to be more people than there already is. Like Bear, I guess, is next, right? Does he start his relationships off by like love bombing and acting completely different and being a different person, and then he turns into this, or like how does it work with him?
That's what they do. They're
Yeah.
manipulating. They're narcissistic, and
Yep.
that's what they do.
Yeah.
They get you right where they want you, and then they
Yeah. And I believe, you know, Sabrina did meet Josh through on like online. I'm not 100% sure. I believe that's what she
Tinder.
told me. And she didn't know, you know. I mean, she thought she was falling in love with a man that,
Oh, of course not.
you know, truly, you know, loved her and was going to protect her. And unfortunately, you know, true colors came out. So
Yeah, and they know exactly what to say. Of course, I've been through it myself, but I think he's a predator. I think he targets women who are vulnerable, single moms with kids. The dad's not, you know, maybe he liked that situation. Like that was perfect for him. That's so sick to think like that, but I think that's what he does. Does Bear has a kid, right? Does she have a daughter?
She
Um,
has, I think she's like 19 or something. She's above
right.
age.
Okay.
And then
I'm
she's
glad
got
she's a little bit older.
I think a 17-year-old son and
Yeah.
a 9-year-old kid or
11-year-old.
something like that.
9-year-old.
9, 10,
See,
11.
there's where I get worried because
She does have a little
9 year. Yeah. Is that a daughter? A 9-year-old
Boy.
daughter? Okay.
Boy.
He should not be around any children.
Well, I
So.
think my concern is that, these kiddos have, lived in that home for quite some time. Unfortunately, their father passed away. And, I believe, from what I've seen, I believe Bear's a good mom. But I would hope that when she's having these conversations with Josh, that she is saying, hey, like, please do not be inciting violence to our home. Like, do not be giving out our home address. Like, I have children here, and I would hope that those are the precautions that she is taking with Josh, because he will get online, he will argue with people, and he will say, come to my house, come to my house. And it's like, these kids have lived there well before you did, and for you to make their home unsafe is just not okay. Like, you need to have more respect for the children and not be doing that. That's just my,
I don't know much about them. I didn't even know who this person was 2 days ago, but I get a vibe and a gist in the story and what you guys are saying and everything else. And it seems like this is a woman that has zero power and zero voice. And I understand poly and open relationships fully. I've delved into that world myself way back in the past. So I very much
polyamorous
understand that.
relationships.
Yes, but
He
this
is
does not seem
far
like.
Okay,
too.
now that never happened with us.
He is far too controlling to
That,
ever allow something like that. You could tell.
Well,
No, but
the
he
way
does.
he is
He
pushing those
does.
boundaries when he's talking about that Hellcat and all that, I'm like, oh, I see what this is humiliation for her.
That's nothing. He literally just told me in his live, because I went in there to trigger him, right? Because that's what I like to do, especially with him first thing in the morning. I jumped in his box.
If I'm gonna have hobbies.
I jumped in his box, and Bear had just left the box because he wouldn't let me up forever. And Bear got in the box, and she was like, "Hey, I just want to let you know, I just went and got her kid's haircut. She just went and got her kid's haircut, and now her and someone called Andrea was gonna go have lunch or whatever." And so then he put me in a box like a fucking idiot. And I'm like, so how does it make you feel that her and Adam are going to lunch together? And he was like, he looked at me side-eyed. He was like, you mean Andrea? No, Adam. She just used the code name Andrea. And he was like, you know what? If she did do that and she was attracted to him sexually to where she wanted to do that, and he wanted to bend her over the hood of the car and just absolutely F her brains out,
Wow.
then I would be okay with that. I said, what?
he said that
Yeah, I was like,
And
what?
he would be. And he would, because that's.
because he has no respect for her. That's
Well,
why.
am I allowed to say the word C-U-C-K here?
But I can
C-U-C-K.
tell you one thing. He
Is
never
that going to get us taken
once.
down? C-U-C-K?
What,
You know,
He
the
cunt?
men
never
that like to
once
watch.
asked me at all to do that. Never once. Never, ever once.
Did he, can I ask just out of curiosity, did he like flirt in front of you in the way he's doing this now? Like in a,
Yes.
or was he, oh,
Yes, and
yeah.
I was supposed
This
to be
is,
okay with it.
Mhm.
He would tell everybody that I was jealous. No, it wasn't that I was jealous. It's disrespectful as hell.
It's disrespectful. If you
I
want to
could
have an
never.
open relationship or polyamorous relationship, you need to talk about that and assert boundaries, and that you need to stick to those boundaries, or it's just, it gets abusive when you start to push boundaries. If you were in a monogamous relationship, that's what you were in. You don't get to even look at a girl at a bar. You don't get to do any of that. So what he's doing is disgusting. I'm feel like sick by what he's doing to her, because I feel like he's trying to push her and probably to get a response and see how much he can get away with.
Yeah.
And to sort of see how pathetic the woman is, it's really sad. Like, I don't
I
blame the
could
women at all.
never. Listen, me and my wife have that type of relationship to where we can joke, and say things to each other that normal relationships can't say to each other, right?
Yeah.
But never, ever would I fucking compliment, not even compliment a woman. And it's not even the fact that she would get mad if I complimented a woman. I don't find anybody else attractive besides my wife. You know what I mean? Like, that's just,
And that's how it's supposed to be.
I don't know how to explain it.
Well,
I just don't find nobody attractive but my wife. That's the only person my
Well,
eyes are ever set
he's
on.
admitted several times on this app that he did not marry me for looks. He says that he calls me crawfish. He says I'm ugly. And
So
he
why did
says
he
that
marry
he
you?
married me for money.
Do you have? Oh, sorry, that's a rude question, but is that even something that's true?
What?
what?
I'm sorry.
Like,
I didn't hear you.
does he go after women for money?
He says he married me for money because my parents are very wealthy. And then he says, and then I found out she didn't have any. Dude, I took care of myself before you came along. My parents were not taking care of me. I told you what my parents told me to tell you, that I was receiving an inheritance. No, it wasn't. I have a fucking paycheck that comes in every month regardless. You never knew about it. And why didn't you know about it? Because you would have taken it from me. You would have blown it on stupid shit. So I always had money. I took care of my kids before you, during you, and
check, will
after
you send me
you.
a lion?
And he doesn't. He didn't skip a beat there.
Hey, trust me, it takes
were you
every
able to
dime
get
I
out of the
make. I mean,
divorce
I
then?
got a video on my page of my income.
Listen, don't ever take me serious, please. This is how I am. That's my personality.
Where's the money
No,
then?
he kept telling everybody that, and so finally, I made a video. I printed out bank statements, and I made a video about my damn income. And my income ended up, like, I didn't really know how much I made a month because I've never paid attention to it. But when I did the video, dude, I make just as much money as he did a month. And he never knew about it. My oldest daughter held the debit card to the account.
But you got away from the divorce without having to give away any of that, right? Like, you're safe.
Yep.
Great.
You
I'm
should have
glad
got
you
him for
did. That's
alimony.
what was my first worry.
You should have got him for alimony. Just saying.
Well, I had in the divorce papers because he owes me money. He owes me about $6,000 for. I loaned him $4,000 when he got into that trouble to pay. I thought was going to be a lawyer. The receipt even says attorney or lawyer, but he took the money and paid back his 21-year-old mistress that he was cheating on me with for 3 months.
Wait, you're going to need to rewind. What?
When he got in that trouble and he got out of jail, his 21-year-old
He was in jail?
Yeah, for those 3 charges. His 21-year-old mistress paid the bond to get him out. And well, she paid part of it. She paid $4,000. She still owed $2,000, and he was going to pay it with his next check, which I guess he did. Well, I loaned him $4,000 for the attorney. I said, okay, I'll loan you the money for the attorney. And he took that money and paid his mistress back instead of getting an attorney for those charges. So I paid his mistress back.
What were the charges?
The 3 felony touching a child for lustful purposes.
So this happened. This has happened before.
No, it's the same one. He's only been arrested for that once. Same one.
But there's your daughter. What happened to your daughter? But he's done it to other children.
It wasn't my daughter that he was arrested for. It was
Right.
It was another wife's daughter.
So
he sent that message about my daughter. I pray that it's not true. I don't know if it's true or not. She's seeing a forensic psychologist. The detective thought her answer was not good enough to send her to a forensic psychologist. I can tell you that much. I don't know what was discussed in there. The detective told me that he could not tell me anything other than he is sending her to a forensic psychologist.
Right.
That he did not like her answer.
He took that photo of her he had a story, but it was really, we all know why he took the photo of her. So I'm really sorry he violated your child in that way.
Different doctor.
Yeah. So the girl I heard speaking who's about 20 years old, that's somebody else's daughter as well. No, you said that was your daughter.
No, I mean, no, it was my daughter that he took the photo of, but I have 3 girls.
Right.
So he sent himself a photo of one of my girls, and then he sent that message. And when I questioned my daughters about it, 2 of them immediately said no. The third one told me, she didn't answer me right off. It took her a good minute. She would not look at me in my eyes, and she told me, no, he never could. I was always on the phone. He would come into my room late at night and tell me to get off the phone, but I would never get off the phone, so he couldn't do nothing. And that threw up a red flag to me, because I'm like, why would you think that he would do something to you? Why would you be on the phone to protect yourself?
Right.
Wow.
And then when the Child Advocacy Center called me and I told the detective that, and he wanted to speak to my girls, 2 of my girls went in. The oldest one, she's 19, so he spoke to her separately at a different time. But the first daughter, she, was back there with him for a little while. She told him some things, and she come back out. And then the other daughter went in, and he talked to her for quite a while. And then he come and got me, and that's when he told me that he was sending that one. He did not like the answer she gave him, and he was sending her to a forensic psychologist to talk to her. And that he asked me, he said, is she close to her oldest sister? And I said, very close. And he said, I need to talk to her because I want to see if she has told her anything.
Right.
And, I've asked my oldest, has she ever told you anything? And she said no. And I told my oldest, I said, well, you need to bring this up somehow to her and talk to her about it.
Was he ever convicted of those charges?
He's got a no bill, which means the charges can be brought back up at any time. They have not been dismissed. And there is a 13-minute phone call with me and the DA of Clay County. Said that the charges can be brought back up at any time. Yeah, my son was trying to call me. I have a 13-minute phone call with the DA explaining to me the whole grand jury process and what the no bill meant. And she told me that the charges have not been dismissed and that they can be brought back up at any time. He is not cleared of those charges.
And the girl I heard on a live, I think she's about 20 years old, talking about how he was touching her inappropriately.
That's the one he was arrested for.
Right. Okay. And when he said into the camera that he went into her room alone for 3 hours at a time, and that's on the mum for not being, but for that he blamed the mother for it. That's the same girl.
Yes.
I just, wow. And you found out all this later, right?
Yes. I mean, I knew he had been arrested, and I believed him. He manipulated me into believing him. He would never really tell me anything. And he told me that he said, I don't even know what they're saying I did. And then one day he come to me, he said, I know what they're saying I did. I said, well, what is it? And he said, they're saying that I touched her breast. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, like I rubbed up against her breast. And I was like, well, I could see that happening. You're walking in a small hallway and you turn it aside and accidentally. I said, this is ridiculous. And even after we split up, I still, no, he is not guilty of those charges. I 100% believed it until he did an interview with a man named Keith Clary on a TikTok Live. And he said one thing in that interview, and I immediately, my head just flipped upside down, stomach dropped, sick to my stomach. I said, that motherfucker is guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then I started doing my own digging and ended up talking to the mom and the victim and came to my own conclusion. I 100% believe he's guilty of it now. 100% believe it.
You said the charges are still kind of basically open. I don't know why they haven't pursued them. It's terrible that they haven't.
Well, what they told me is that if more evidence comes up, then they can bring the charges up. And she said that if, say, he's charged with another crime in the same manner of with a child, the charges can be brought.
So he
back.
wouldn't be on a registry then because he's not charged.
But it looks like he is on the registry, right?
He is on a registry?
No, he's not.
Oh,
Oh,
so this is the problem. So then people aren't
Okay,
protected.
I retract that. It was a question, not a statement. It was it was a question.
Now, I asked the detective, I said, I told the detective about the text message that he sent, and you can share that, because you know what? You sent the text message, dude. Somebody that can actually think that twisted, type it out, or speak it even, is sick and twisted in the mind and has those thoughts, in my opinion. So when I was just talking to the detective, having our discussion and all that, I asked him, I said, I pray that, I told him, I said, I pray these charges are not true. I'm really am deep in prayer about this. I'm praying that this was his sick and twisted way to trigger me. Very sick and twisted. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I said, but let's just say that the charges are not true. Like what he said is not true. The text message is not true. Is there any trouble that he can get into for sending that to me, or sending to who he thought was me? And the detective said, absolutely. More than likely, there will be charges brought, even if it's, he's innocent, and it will be on him to prove his innocent, not on you, not on your child. He will have to prove that he's innocent, just for the sheer fact that he sent this text message that includes essay against a child, saying what he did to a child. Because,
It's an admission. It's an admission.
Now, at first, he said, and I have all the videos to the lies that he held afterwards. At first, he was saying, yeah, I did it. I sent it. I thought it was her. I 100% thought it was Sabrina. And then a couple hours later, I guess he realized, oh shit, what have I done? I've really messed up sending that. He did a flip thing and said, I didn't know that was Sabrina. I had no idea who was texting me.
Who's peeing with their mic unmuted?
I'm filling up my jug. Sorry, I'm filling up my water jug.
That's what they call it in Australia?
Does that sound like?
That's what they call it in Australia? Babe, next time I go pee, I'm filling up the jug.
All I want for this man to do is I want him to delete any and all pictures and videos of me and my children out of every device he has. Delete all voicemails, delete all text messages, emails, delete all social media posts that he has about us. Never speak our names again. Act like we never existed.
Well, another platform is going to be speaking on all this later on today. They actually focus strictly on people like him. See, our lives are usually about, straight fucking,
Farts.
huh?
Normally about farts.
Well, yeah, I ain't passed gas for a couple of days. It's kind of scary. But it's usually about like just talking shit drama. But I'm glad we crossed paths for sure, because I've been wanting to show out on this clown ass bitch since the day he started thinking he was fucking King Tut and forgot to tell people he had skeletons in his closet. You know what I mean?
Well, he used to do this on Facebook. He used to do smear campaigns of people on Facebook and do shit like this on Facebook, and then he discovered TikTok.
Yeah, well, I can't do it on Facebook because I don't know anybody that he knows on Facebook. And I'm not willing to open up my Facebook to make it public to do something.
Oh, I get
like
it. Oh, trust me, I got mine so locked down, got my name messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Everything.
Well, I think I changed my name back, but
So essentially, he followed you over here. He followed you to TikTok.
Yeah, he followed
To
me.
harass you.
Yes. Yes.
He
100%.
didn't really go on TikTok until you guys broke up, and then he's like, I'm going to take that from her.
Yeah, and I was on TikTok every day. I mean, every day. Not necessarily making videos. I'd make videos every once in a while, but I was on TikTok every day, just like I am now.
Yeah.
He wants me off of TikTok so bad. It's a control thing. And, like when he told East and all them that if he catches me in their boxes, he's going to harass and make their life a living hell. That was a control tactic with me. You're still trying to abuse me. You're still trying to control me, even after we're divorced. And it's not going to happen, dude. You don't tell me what to do.
A normal person would just walk away. Like, you have to understand, like, when somebody gets out of a relationship like that, it's going to take time to, get over it. And, you're going to talk about it from time to time and express your feelings. Like, it's a natural response, right? Like, we've all done it. We've all been in relationships. Like, we've all talked about an ex, like when I, got divorced from my ex-husband. I mean, it took me a while to get over everything that I went through. And I would talk about it periodically with my current husband. And, and we still have conversations about his ex-wife from time to time. Like, it takes time to get over it. And so, but a normal person with a normal temperament would walk away. Like, my husband would not be going on social media, doing those things. It's just, it's not normal behavior to do this. It's crazy.
And I'm 100% over him. 100%. Do not want nothing to do with him. But I am not over what he did to me and my children. I can't get over it. Craig told him she can't move on.
Does this sound good to you?
Let her move on.
Trip to Galveston with my friend Splat.
Well, if you go to Galveston, if you could happen to get his girlfriend's description of car and tag number so that I can get him arrested when he comes through Mobile, Alabama, I would appreciate it.
But what he said, honestly, it's so disturbing. Like, when he thought he was talking to you and making those comments about your child, that is so disturbing.
It's a normal man would not do that. A normal person wouldn't do it. I mean,
Hey, I ain't trying to cut nobody off.
Like, it's not a good.
You're good.
I ain't trying to cut nobody off, but me and the wife's gonna watch a movie and start our midday like this, and then we'll be back.
Yeah.
Enjoy your movie. What movie y'all gonna watch?
Fine.
All right. Have a good day, guys.
The Iceman.
I think